In this video, I show how to use Stattools to run a regression, make predictions with the regression, and have confidence intervals for those predictions. After all, it is a prediction and you know you're going to be wrong, so it'll be nice to have some sort of a confidence interval for those predictions. So I'm going to use a finance data set. I want to point out that I've already defined this entire data set going from date all the way to the CPI and all the way down to the end of the data set. So this has been defined already in Stattools as, and I'll just show you right now. Go to Dataset Manager and you'll see it's already been defined as finance data. What I now want to do is run a regression. So I'm going to run a regression where I have JetBlue returns as the independent variable and Southwest Airlines returns the dependent variable. For the time being, I'll uncheck the box that says include prediction for dataset. That comes later. I run the regression. And now notice that I get the following results. So for example, if you told me that JetBlue's returns were 0.3 over this month, then you would say Southwest Airlines. So you could say predicted Southwest Airlines returns would then be, well, there will be the constant plus the coefficient multiplied by 0.03. If I think that's what the JetBlue's return was this last month. And the answer is 0.011. You can now get the exact same answer. In fact, if you have multiple values of JetBlue returns and you want multiple predictions, each of them with confidence intervals, here's how you do it. You go back to the data set that you used to run the regression. I believe it was called this one right here. You copy all the column headings for that data set. Let's not leave anything out. Copy. Go to a brand new worksheet and then you paste it. And then what I do is, let's make it look pretty. As you know, stats is all about looks. That was a joke, guys. And what I do now is I highlight you'll see why I do this. Let's say I highlight these first row and the next three rows. Because what I'm imagining is let's say I'm going to have three values of JetBlue returns. And I want to now predict Southwest returns with using those three values. So I go all the way to the end. Bear with me, this mouse is a little sluggish. And then we go down. Oh great, now it's gone to the, you know what, let me just do this one more time, sorry. Something wrong with my mouse here. So we go back here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these three rows and then I'm just going to go this way. Having done that, I'm going to go to Stattools. I'm going to Dataset Manager. And now I'm going to define this as a brand new data set. Let's call the data set prediction, because we'll use that to predict values. I believe it's asking you for the range. Oh great, it's going to ask one more time. And I think the range should be exactly as you see over here. Sorry, bear with me because I don't want to keep going to the end again as last time. And we stop somewhere. Oh, of course it had to do that. There's clearly something wrong with this mouse. Anyway, so, and we go right here. Okay. Say OK. And then I think should be OK. Great. Now, without having to go back here, let's do this for the regression. Let's do it this way. Supposing the three values of JetBlue returns are 0.03, 0.1, 0.05. For each of them, I would like to have the predicted values of Southwest returns. So when I run this program, you're going to see the predicted values of Southwest returns over here. But you'll also see the confidence intervals. So let's go to regressions. Exact same thing as before, but this time when you run the regression, you go down here and say include prediction data set. It's asking you what's the data set. The data set was the one that's called prediction. You can choose 99, 95, 90 or 75% confidence intervals. Let's choose 95. Press OK. It's going to give you a error message, ignore it. It's going to give another one, ignore it, ignore it. And then it runs a regression for you. But what it also does is, if you go back to the spreadsheet, it gives you the following. You notice that it has for this JetBlue return, if the JetBlue return was 0.03, Southwest returns are predicted to be 0.011. Exact same answers for. If JetBlue returns is 0.1, this will be Southwest returns. If JetBlue returns were 0.05, this will be Southwest returns. But if you scroll to the right, let's say the first one. If JetBlue returns were 0.03, I predict that Southwest returns will be 0.011. But I can also give, if you keep scrolling to the right, a 95% confidence interval. And I can say with 95% confidence, the true prediction or the true Southwest return is going to be somewhere between negative 0.14 and plus 0.16. And you will notice that the predicted value that we have, the point forecast, is in that interval.